Hi, hello everyone. As I already told you in my previous channel that I'll be talking a lot of stuff about entrepreneurship and many other things which will be very much helpful for your daily lives with respect to the business and many other stuffs. So basically today I'll be coming out with a lot of the topics which are very much important, how you'll have to think, communicate and market. These three are one of the major basic platforms which will be very much important to increase your skills with respect to business. So first of all, I'd like to talk something about marketing. What do you know about marketing? Marketing is very simple topic that any person could do, any person would be loving to do. Marketing is one of the topics that everyone would love to do. Marketing is nothing but the approach of your product for a person to buy for himself. When I talk something about the belt, let me call you this belt. This belt is about the Armani belt. The brand is one of the things which completely takes a major entity of this subject. So if I want to talk something about marketing, marketing completely runs with the topic that you love. So marketing, what do you actually mean by marketing? What do you actually know by marketing? How does marketing work? Very simple, very simple, very simple. Marketing is a subject which influences people to buy in fitting their shoes. So when you talk something about marketing, it is one of the major tools and the factors to improve the scalability and the profitability of the business. Basically, there are three things which are very much important to run a successful business. To run a successful business, all you require is quality, service, price, and marketing. In quality, service, price, and marketing, the major thing that what you require is marketing. Marketing would be dependent on each and every entity when I talk something about quality. And when you market with respect to quality, when you market with respect to service, and when you market with respect to price. So marketing is just a simple thing where people make it, what do I call? People make it very clumsy. People make it very difficult, and people make it something very much different to tend you to show that the product, the entity of the market or the word of the marketing is very much clumsy, or they would like to show you that marketing is very difficult. But trust me, marketing is very easy stuff. So the second point that what I would be liking to completely talk about is thinking creatively. What do you mean by thinking creatively? Thinking creatively is nothing but thinking creatively. What do you know about thinking creatively? Thinking creatively is the purest subject where you put your mind in self to create stuff or to create stuff while the way of your thinking. So what I'm trying to tell you is thinking creatively is one of the topics which actually booms your business. How do you know thinking creatively booms your business? Thinking creatively, creative thinking. When you talk about Steve Jobs, when you talk about KFC's owner, Kenchikan Fried Chicken, or when you talk about Bill Gates, when you talk about Mukesh Ambani, when you talk about Lakshmi Mittal, these all people do not do things simple. As Shiv Kera said, great people and winners do not do different things. They do things differently. What do you mean by they do things differently? The meaning of they do things differently is nothing but just something which means that they do creatively. What do you actually know about creativity? What do you actually mean by creativity? How does the product works creatively? This is what the second topic that I'll be talking. And the third point, which is very much important to run any business, irrespective of what the platform is all about communicating early or communicating clearly. What do you actually mean by communicating clearly? Communication is not something that you know English, Japanese, French. No. Our communication is not something that you're linguistic. Trust me, it is not. There are various ways of communicating stuff. Communication is not just a language. Communication includes a lot of terminologies and the factors which are biased by marketing with respect to its words. So, the major topics that what I'll be talking with respect to the words are thinking, communicating, and marketing. These are the very three important stuffs that how you'd be taking care of. So when you want to talk something with respect to communicating and thinking stuff, there are a lot of ways. In the same way, I would also like to talk something about the effective leadership, managing people, and making the change. How do you manage people? How do you manage change? How do you do effective leadership? If there wouldn't be any kind of Gandhiji, there wouldn't be any Satyagraha. If there wouldn't be any Satyagraha, there wouldn't be any freedom. If there wouldn't be any freedom, there wouldn't be any linguistics. If there wouldn't be any linguistics, there wouldn't be any independence. Linguistic is not something that what I'm talking with respect to language. Linguistic is something that what I'm talking about the unity of the country. Alright, effective leadership, managing people, and managing change are another three factors which are very much important to run a successful business. What do you want to run a business? It's all about sales and marketing, right? So if you want to talk something about sales and marketing, selling successfully is very much important. So if I want to take my business from one level to another level, that I mean to say is from a self-employment to a private limited company or the LLP or the partnership company, there are some of the factors which are influential with respect to the stuffs which are very much important. That is managing your time. That is growing your business multiplyly, growing your business exponentially, or making some kind of presentations. Making presentations is also one of the major factors that will increase scalability of your business. I'll show you how in a very small time. Kindly give me some time, sir. I'll cover all the topics and come back to you wherein you'll end up with no doubts. Thank you. Now, what are the other stuffs which are, why I'm looking down is I've made some notes. In the notes, I'm just having a look and briefing you out and then talking about stuff. Now, how do you influence people with respect to your talks? It doesn't depend with respect to your accent. It doesn't depend with respect to your linguistic nature of knowing only one language. Trust me, it is not. You will have to influence people with respect to the knowledge and the wisdom that what you have in your business, with respect to your strategies, with respect to your terminologies, with respect to your factors that you know in the business. Now, how do you achieve excellence? To achieve excellence, you will have to attain huge, greatest peace of mind in which helps to grow your business authentically. How do you do that? I'll just come back to you once I finish all the topics. Now, the major important thing in your life with respect to business and life is nothing but the balancing work and life. How do you balance work? How do you balance life? Once your work is good, your life sucks. Once your life is good, your work sucks. Once your work is good, your life sucks. Once your life is good, work sucks. How do you manage it? How do you do it? How do you make it? Alright, so this is one of the important stuff. You will be having no time to manage your relationship, provided if you think that you're indulged completely in the business. Trust me, it's wrong. I mean to say it's wrong. If you have prepared yourself transforming from one point of self-employment to the multiples of respective businesses, making to a private limited company, and you'll have to balance work and life, trust me, it's very, 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 very easy. I'll show you how. Meanwhile, now, what are the important things that are actually important to run the successful company? Now, to run the successful company, all you will have to want is the successful time. All you want is the successful strategy. All you want is the successful analysis. All you want is the beautiful team. How do you do it? How do you make it? Basically, there are three factors which are very much important to completely run the entire team with the proper stress-free buster. How? I'll tell you how. This is how you can make it, you can crack it, you can bleed it. Point number one is to manage teams. How do you manage teams? Point number two is motivating people. Motivation alone will not help or influence every mankind in the business. Trust me, not. But how to motivate people? I'll show you how. Now, the point number three is how to delegate stuff. Alright, how to delegate stuff. You know everything, but you know nothing. If we know everything, we are nothing. If we know nothing, it means to say that you'll have to know a lot of things, which includes in everything. Alright? Well, I'll be brushing up all these stuffs once again with the proper managemental time, quality, service, price, self-employment, employments, private limited company, each and every stuff inclusive and exclusive. Give me some time, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, the first thing what I'll be talking to you about marketing. What do you actually know about marketing? Marketing is one of the craziest and one of the wildest stuff that any man should know. How do you market it? Nowadays, as the time and the era is been changing, like with respect to bulls market or with respect to which of the market you take, today marketing is one of the major and the crucial aspect to run any successful business. At times, I mean to say, when I talk something about the ancient times, there was a time where there was no online, where there was no e-commerce, where there was no platform of running the transactions with an internet, and there was no times where people had the facility of transportation from one place to another. When you take some of the parts in India, there was nothing where people could actually go from one place to another place and market it and build their stuff, provided they have own and more money. When I want to ask something with respect to marketing, trust me, it's one of the craziest subject. So, during the older stages, I mean to say during the early 2000s or during the early 90s or the late 90s, the marketing system was only with respect to mouth marketing. The marketing system was adapted by the major brick and mortar stores. Marketing systems were adapted by only few of the companies who were very much lavishly spending on marketing, and they knew how to take returns with it. But now the era has changed. The bulls market has changed. 90s have changed. 2000s have eradicated. Now we are in the early 2019. From the period of 2014 to the period of 2019, the market is rapidly increasing with respect to the online platform. Nowadays, online platform has become so important that people have got addicted to it. You can see a lot of online platforms which are buying and selling their products on their own self, irrespective of what things are, and they're getting paid for it, literally paid for it, for the quality, for the service, for the price. And marketing, it does happen. So before knowing about how do you market, there are several types of marketing. Be it print media, be it soft marketing, be it core marketing, be it guerrilla marketing, be it online marketing, be it marketing on social media platforms, marketing by publishing a book, marketing with respect to a lot of aspects, marketing with infinite factors. Nowadays, marketing has got up a huge change. How? How are the people making it? How are the people buying it? Now, marketing has become one of the investing entity, and some of the people and some of the companies are so sure or are so sure that if they invest 20 to 30% on marketing, they are sure of getting their 100 200% results. How? Just by doing SWOT analysis. What do you actually know about SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is nothing which is just four letters lying in four quadrants. SWOT analysis is all about the simple basic research analysis to start up a market or to start up a marketing without any failures. How do you actually do it? How do you actually make it? Fine. Let me brief out each and every stuff which is important for SWOT analysis. Let me abbreviate SWOT first. What do you mean by SWOT? SWOT. 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 SWOT is all about SWOT. SWOT. Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. That is it. That is it. That is it. Fine. If I'll just take an anonymous product, which will be very much helpful for you. What do you mean by this? This is one of the product named as clip. You can call it hair clip, you can call it small clip, you can call it banana clip. How do you market this clip? How do you market this clip? To market this clip, all you want is the details of the product, providing how was the quality of the product, how well it can be serviced, how well it can be priced, which can nowhere match the other competitors, and how well can I market it. How? To do all this, to serve all this, to reach all the means of quality, service, and price, the basic stuff what you'll have to do is analyzing the product. How do you analyze the product? How do you make it? How do you analyze this product? Analyzing the product is very simple. Each and every single stuff is a science. You'll have to apply it, you'll have to apply the starting result, and you'll have to get the end result. There is nothing like a fluke. Every single step what millionaires and billionaires take is just by analyzing stuff, doing stuff with the proven model. They build a model with lot of trial and errors, and they make the model experimental, and then they make the model as reality, and then they prove it. The basic stuff what you require to analyze the clip with respect to market and its business is the analysis. That analysis is what about the SWOT analysis. What do you actually know about SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is a very simple analysis which is abbreviated, as I told earlier, called strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Now, what do you mean by the SWOT analysis? How strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. How strengthier is the market of the clip is. I mean to say, I'm not talking about the quality of the product of the clip. I am doing the research of the product called clip, not the material clip I'm talking of. I'm talking about the product of the clip. This is a product. How strengthier the product which is arrived at the market? What are the strengths that are required to push a business by keeping this clip? Is one of the factors. The second factor is weakness. What are the side don'ts? I mean to say, what are the disadvantages? I mean to say, what are the stuffs and what are the things in which the product is weak in? How do you consider the product is weak by comparing this product to other product with respect to uniqueness or with respect to whatever it is? The number one is strength and number two is weakness. What is number three? As I told you earlier, number three is about the opportunity. How the product is opportunized in the market. I mean to say, what are the requirements and what is the demand for the market? How well the product can grab the opportunity in the market to make a successful money, to make a successful name, to make a successful business, to make a successful fame. How do you make it? How well it is important to make this product successful? What are the opportunities required in the market to make the product successful? And now, the fourth factor is threat. What are the threats that are required for the product? What are the threats that are acquired to the product? Threats can be the transformation of the product by the other competitor. Threats can be the price of the product by the other competitor. Threats can be quality of the product by the other competitor. Threats can be the service of the product by the other competitor. So the basic entity or the basic stuff or the basic thing before you start a business is to do a marketing. So once you do a marketing, the things which are required to do marketing is the analysis. Things which are required to do a marketing is the analysis of SWOT. The SWOT is nothing but the SWOT analysis. How do you analyze? By the strategy called as SWOT. Is nothing but the SWOT analysis. Well, the next topic I'll be coming to you soon. Guys, I also want to majorly talk something about useful frames for your business. There are a lot of other kind of useful frames which are important for your business. Number one is goal frame. Number two is creative frame. I mean to say creation frame. Number three is action frame. And number four is critical frame. What do you actually mean by frames? Frames are something which are very much important to set goals of your life, which will actually act a major role. I mean to say goal frames. Goal frames is something which specifies what do you actually want in business. Saying like setting a target, saying like this is the month this is the month that I want to do this. This is the month I want to do that, and that is the month I want to do this. And goal frame is something that you have a target for yourself to achieve your goals. Goal frame is something which helps to reach your goals in a very easy possible way, provided you have set a goal frames. For example, let's move on now and look at our goals. What do you want to achieve? This is one of the stuff. Next is creative frame. What do you actually mean by creative frame? Creative frame is, say for example, you have some problem. Say you've stuck in some of the problem. Or say your sales team is stuck with some of the problem. Use a lot of creative ideas to solve the problem. Being optimistic and solving the problems that are present inside our businesses and solving it very differently and solving it very creatively is what we call as creative frame. For example, let's create a space for creative thinking. This is a right for brainstorming session. I mean to say you're stuck in a problem and you want to brainstorm yourself, put up and bring up a lot of creative ideas inside that to make sure yes it is possible, yet yes it is 100% possible to make a business successfully run. One is creative frame and one more is goal frame. Now say you've specified what you want through goal frame, and say you've solved a problem through a creative frame. Next, the important thing is action frame. What do you mean by action frame? Action frame is nothing but uh, the goals that what you have set, taking action to reach the goal, taking action to solve the problem, taking action to solve the problem in a very creative way, taking action to solve a problem in very creative way, and taking action to reach a goal. Saying you people will listen a lot of videos from me or from others or from any other subscribers. Once you listen it, you'll just listen it and leave the paper way home. You never carry it in yourself. You never carry it in yourself. You never carry it in yourself. All you do is you hear here and you live here. Set actions. The first and foremost thing to run any successful business is never procrastinate. Do now, right now, this particular second. So action frame is also as much as important, as much as equal to set a goal frame, creative frame, and action frame. Next is the most important thing. Tell me what it is. The major thing is critical frame. What do you actually mean by critical frame? Identifying the weakness or a SWOT analysis. Identify the weakness. Identify the pitfalls in the suggestion. Let's make a moment to consider the pitfall of this proposal. Say you have a bill. You have a bill that is to be passed, and this actually is dependent on your incentive, provided you're a salesman. Say you have a bill that is to be passed, so it is very much important to, the most critical stage, and it makes your business, or it leverages your business to go to another milestone which is dependent on this bill pass. This business actually runs if you solve this problem. This bill will actually pass if you wouldn't had this problem. This bill would have passed if you would have had creative plans. The thing is, how to solve the problem. How to be creative enough. How to set the goal to do it. The problem is you do not take an action. The major problem lies there, my dear friends. Take action. Make sure that you achieve for 200%, then you end up with achievement of 100%. Take an action. Identify what is wrong in the proposal that is being given to a bill. Make sure that you do a teamwork, my friend. Make sure that you do a teamwork. Once you do a teamwork and make sure what is the problem it is, assess it, try resolving a problem. If not, discuss the problem with your colleagues. If not, discuss the problem with your team if you're a leader. Try thinking about it, and I'm damn sure of 100% saying that you definitely come out with one or the other ways of solving this problem. Now, I'll give a few of the conversation examples for all the frame sets that I've spoken till now. Number one is, I've jotted down, I'll just read and I'll let you know. Number one is useful frames. In the useful frame, the type of the frame is goal frame. In this goal frame, I'll talk about I'll specify what is wanted. For example, let's move on now and look at our goals, saying like what do we want to achieve. Once you have a conversation like this, you get to know what kind of a frame it is. Now if I talk about creative frame, let's create a space for creative thinking, and this is the right time to brainstorming session. This is the conversation. Now I talk about the action frame. Now we've got some options open to us. Let us look at who will do what and by when. Now, critical frame. Identify pitfalls in the suggestion. For example, let's take a moment to consider this pitfall of this proposal. So these are a few of the examples for the frame sets. Now, what do you actually know by this? For example, there are few points which will actually make you help remembering about it. It can help you stay positive if you replace your but from and. Sorry, if you replace your but and put an and there. I mean to say, if you have any kind of doubts, kindly remove that word called but and add an and, which is very much important. Now, the timely joke or in a sentence can help you out the change the frame. Saying like, be relaxed. Just stay relaxed. The heat of the moment you gain nothing, you achieve nothing except being showing your angry faces, being red gains you nothing. All you want to be is to be yourself in a very cool and calm condition. Make sure that things run in a very proper way. Stay calm and then decide. This is very much important. And it is also important to focus on the positive issues rather than being sidetracked by the problem and negative points. If you get to know there are some problems, yes, of course, there is an existence of problem. If you get to know, yes, there is an existence of problem, what you will have to do is never keep on talking about the problem. Rather than talking about the problem, try talking about how to solve the problem. Try as much as you could saying like how to solve a problem. You must try yourself as much as you could to how to solve the problem. If you know how to solve the problem, that is way far enough than talking about the problem. Stop talking negatively. So these are the very much important stuff that are required to make a business successful. So being an entrepreneur, guys, kindly subscribe my channel. Kindly subscribe and press the like button downstairs. Press the like button downside and make sure that you are with us, and I'll be giving you the tips updated, and let us make an India, or let us make the world the best country, the best nation, or let us make the world as the best world. Let us make stuffs happen, and let us make sure that entrepreneurs are the major root cause for the money, for the creation of employment, and make sure that I'll be uploading a lot of videos which will be very much helpful for you. Thank you. Guys, the major important thing, what actually happens is, once you find a lot of wrongness in the business, you just flick off. What I'm trying to mean is, you just feel like quitting a business. No, never be a man of pessimistic. Because when I lost my business just because of the foolishness which is being dealt with the problem of management, I've ruined it. Now after learning so much, I want to be an optimistic man to run your business successfully. How do you run your business successfully? That I've been telling all the way along from 45 minutes. Now, how do you build your strengths? What are the important things that you require to build a strength? First point is be energetic. Next is stay organized. Be friendly. Be knowledgeable. Be ambitious. Be analytical. After being everything, try to be an optimistic man. What do I mean by optimistic man? Optimistic man is something that you must stay optimistic. If you do not stay optimistic, the more and more hurdles you find and face in your own business, the more and more you get downtrodden. Rather than getting downtrodden, stay optimistic and make sure that you're applying right strategies, and then you move on. Never let go your business. Letting go your business will definitely harm you 100%. Letting go your business will harm you 100%. It not only harm your business, you will entirely lose your social stature. It creeps you out. It blasts your life like anything. You will go crazy wrong in each and every other way. No matter what things are, never ever give up your courage. The major asset for any businessman is courage. If you lose your courage, you are nowhere in the business. You're gone with your business. If a businessman is lost with money, if he is lost with life, and if he is lost with everything, and if he is lost with bankruptcy, the only thing which will be there with him till his life ends is courage. If you have courage to reborn, regain, get up and make things do, then you will definitely win. Have the courage to stand up again and again to run a successful business. Guys, come on. The best investment that what you can do is investing in yourself. If you do not invest something in yourself, there's no point in living yourself. Invest on real estate. It would last for 10-12 years. Invest on gold. It has been rising crazily. But investing in your business is one of the major assets. And investing in yourself to invest in your business, investing in yourself to replicate your amount 1:2:3:4:5 times in the form of exponents, you must invest yourself. There are a lot of courses. There are a lot of online courses with respect to entrepreneurship. Why don't you guys just take up, sign up, and you'll be every Sunday you'll be spending 10,000, 15,000 or 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 a day. You might even spend 3, 4, 5,000 a week. Why do you not take that amount and invest in yourself? Why do you worry much just to invest in yourself? Try investing in yourself for the betterment of you and indirectly for the betterment of society by creating a lot of jobs. Hope you are getting what I'm trying to say you. Try investing in yourself. Try investing in yourself. Again, I'm telling you, try investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the major assets that you can ever invest on. If you do not invest in yourself, trust me, you are nowhere in your life. Investing in yourselves is one of the major investments that you'll have to do. I think, guys, I feel that I've given some of the tips to open a business, and I've also given some of the tips to inculcate in your life so that your business becomes successful. If you really like it, try to subscribe my channel and like it, and I will also make sure that I'll be coming up with one or the other ideas to help you out all and make sure that your business is successful. Thank you again. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. So guys, the next point that what I'm trying to talk to you is all about the creative thinking and the proper communications. So this is one of the second entities which is very much required to run a successful business with respect to self-employment or with respect to the private limited company or the model of the company that you make. In that, what do you actually mean by creativity? When I talk something with respect to creativity is something which is very much important to run a successful business. Now, what do you actually mean by creativity? Creativity is all about doing stuffs something innovative, doing stuffs something different what others do not do. Now, why do I take this example of doing stuffs which the others do not do? Why do you think, what is the saying, like what is the reason to do the stuff which others don't do? Saying there's a person who earns 1 rupee a day, at the same time there are 3 to 4 people who earns the same 1 rupee a day. Wherein when you consider the other person who earns rupees 10 a day compared to the person who is earning 1 rupee a day, means lot of difference. Doesn't mean that he does different, doesn't mean that he does the same things, or doesn't mean that he does something very different. It just means that he does something very differently compared to others. I mean to say, great people or the winners, they don't do different things, they do things differently. Now substitute the word called different with respect to creativity. Winners don't do different things, they do things differently. I mean to say, think creatively. To how do you think creatively? First of all, in creativity there are like 4 terms which are very much important to know what do you actually mean by creativity. In that, one is understanding creativity, next is developing creativity, next is using a creative approach, next is working with others. At times, a lot of elder people say that you get experience by working with others. Wherein now the generation has become so, now the generation has evolved so much and the generation has transformed so much, saying we learn by others' experiences. It doesn't mean that you'll have to experience each and everything to know what it is. It just means that you'll have to learn by others' experience. So being the same is different from being creative. Being creative is almost equal to being different. I mean to say, as the person called Shiv Kera, who is one of the motivational speaker, philanthropist, and a person who has a lot of creativity, and who is also a best-selling author in Amazon, who is also a best-selling publisher, what he says is, winners or great people do not do things differently, wherein winners or great people do not do different things, they do things differently. I mean to say, you will have to be very creative and run parallelly along with the knowledge. And again, knowledge is of no use unless you put into practice. Knowledge becomes only wise enough unless you put into practice. I mean to say, the intensified form of knowledge is nothing but wise. How do you get knowledge? Some people get it by experience and some people get it by other people's experience. So, talking about creativity, first you'll have to understand about the concept of your business, product of your business, service of your business, price of your business, marketing of your business. Considering quality, service, price and marketing of your business properly, think alone wherein you can bloom up, blush up, explode up, explore up, export up with, in a way that you come up with the creative ideas. Creative ideas, they just flash like this if you are a person who is well experienced, slash if you are a person who has been experienced by listening to the experience of the others. Hope you got my point. You are the person who is experienced by listening to the experience of others. Hope you're getting. Now, understanding the concept of your business, try developing a creativity with the support of other people's experiences. Once you create, it is like understanding the creativity. Then if you try developing a creative ideas with the developmental stage, you get to know about stuff and you make a lot of trial and errors by keeping the concepts of creativity. Before you make any kind of trial and errors with respect to the concepts that what you talk about creativity, make sure that you start with a very minimum budget. Once you feel the project is good and it is going good, then try a give and implement the same stuff into your business. And then come up with a huge creative approach. Hope you're getting my point at what I'm trying to say. Use the maximist of your creative approach. Use the maximist of your creative approach. Once you're creative enough, then start working with others. So, once you start working with others, you will develop a lot of skills, lot of experiences, and the experiment things which have turned experiences will also matter a lot to being more creative. So, thinking creatively helps in understanding creativity, developing creativity, approach to our creative ideas, and working with others. So these are very, very important factors to be creative enough for your successful business. Now, being creative is fair enough, marketing is fair enough, quality is fair enough, service is fair enough, product is fair enough. Now, after having all the ingredients with the proper dish, how do you add an essence to make the dish marvelous, delicious, and successful? The only catalyst which makes a business runs to a very greater concept, or which runs to a very greater traction, or which runs to a very greater turnover, or it just blooms up like this, is just because of a person's communicative skills. No matter what things are, keep a smile in your face while you talk, which helps a person to be communicative enough. Hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. Now, to talk something about it, try learning the basics. Try to learn the basics of communication. Just go Google it. Google the stuff. Saying like what are the basic requirements to learn communication. Again, I'm talking communication skills need not be vocabulary. Communication skills need not be phonetics. Communication skills need not be grammar. Skills need not be anything related to language. It is related to postures. It is related to gestures. It is related to body language. It is related to skills. It is related to learning the basics. It is related to exchanging the information. It is related to acquiring more skills. It is related to communicate with others for your betterment. Communication, yes, of course, yes, language is required to the basic level. Not that language is a pro and if you know language you can do anything. Trust me, it's very wrong. So communication also plays a very major role, and in fact it acts as a catalyst to run a successful business. Hope you're getting what I'm trying to say you. Guys, try to understand. Say you're making 100 crores a day and say you do not have proper communication skills and still making 100 crores a day. Just think about it. Without having a proper communication skills and you're making that much of crores as a turnover, then imagine with your communication skills what else and what is the level of extension that your business could scale up. It need not be 100 crores, it can be 1 crore a day or 5 lakhs a day or 5,000 a day or 5 grand a day or 5 rupees a day or 5,000 a day or 5 lakhs a day or 50,000 a day. It also matters to have a greater communication skills, my dear friends. Communication skills matters a big time for any successful business and also acts as an acceleration of catalyst to run and develop the most beautiful, successful business. Communication plays a very major role to run a successful business. Hi and hello guys. So if I want to talk something about effective marketing, there are a lot of things. Once you want to open a business, once you opened a business already, there are a lot of stuff that you'll have to take care of marketing. In that, there are like few kind of 4 to 5 simple steps which are very much important to take kind of measures about marketing. In that first point, how do you actually put customers first? In the sense, say you have opened a shop, or say you have opened a business, say you have launched a business. How do people get to know saying that you have launched a business? To get to know that how people, to get to know for the people that how you have launched a business, there are like 2 to 3 important things. The major thing is you'll have to market it. You'll have to market in such a way that customers need to reach out saying that there is an existence of the company or a shop which is present, so that they are influenced to it to buy products from you. That is first point. Second point, very much important, is building very strong products. The product that you sell should be very much liquidative. The liquidative term that what I'm using is the product that what you're gonna sell should be user friendly, or the product that what you're gonna sell should be divided into several ways. Saying it should be cost effective, saying the product is being used in their own daily lives so that they buy the product again and again repeatedly, which helps the customer to buy the product from you repeatedly, so that you get repeatedly the more profits. What I'm trying to say is, if I buy a piece of, how do I actually come out with the product? Say for example, once you take a product called as food grain, how do you actually consider food grain? Today you eat, tomorrow you want the foods again, tomorrow you want the food grains again. This is one of the aspect. And second aspect is, today you wear clothes and today you buy clothes. Again you buy clothes for Q1, Q3 or Q3. Saying like again you buy clothes for any of the quarters in a year. Say you buy a phone that you use it for more than 2-3 years. Again you wouldn't be buying it for the time interval of 2 to 3 years. So now I take an example of, say you buy a book and you read it for a couple of months and you're done with it. Till you're done with the book, you don't buy it unless it is required. I mean to say, the product with respect to the growth or the repetitiveness till the product is completely used. If I take the first example called as food grains, what do? I buy product, I eat, and I want it tomorrow. Consider the time interval from today to tomorrow. Point number 1. And second point, I need clothes, I wear it today and I wear it for a couple of 2-3 months and again I wear a new cloth. What does that mean? Consider the time period of 2 to 3 months. Now I take a third point saying like you buy a cell phone and use it for 2 to 3 years. Where is the time period? What's the time interval? It is like for 2 to 3 years. 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 months, 1 or 2 years. Now the third is book. Consider a book and you buy it, and you do not buy another book unless you are completed or unless it is attracted. So usability and the durability and the usability of the product to the fullest. Once the product is been used completely and once the product is been completely fulfilled to the nature or the need that is being expected by the customer, is very much important. What I'm trying to tell you is the rate of time of usage of products to a customer is also very much important for the repetitive buy, in which it helps for a consumer to buy it more often or to buy it less often, depending upon the usability and the durability of a product. In the same way, if the product is been wanting so much, how am I mean the person who is been doing a business gets benefited? It depends upon the choice of a product before you get into a business. I mean to say, the time interval of 1 to 2 days with the product, or 1 to 2 months with the product, or 1 to 2 years with the product, or till the product has been used completely. The repetitive of a usage of the customer is directly proportional to a business of a proprietor or the businessman or whomsoever it is. This is how it actually matters. So it completely depends on what kind of a product you sell to get it repetitively, or it completely matters of what kind of a product you kind of establish in a market to make it marketing. Again, marketing depends on all the 4 niches, depending upon the quality or depending upon the attribute of a product. So how do you put customers first? by the channel of your product is very much important. This is one of the aspect. I mean, how do I say? This is one of the major intention of building a strong product. More the sales it is, more the turnover it is, more the profit it is. Less the sales it is, more the profit it is, and more the business it is. More the sales, less the profit, and more the business. And less the sales, less the profit, and less the business. These are the three factors which will completely influence a businessman to run his business successfully. Now, how do you maximize publicity? As I spoke few minutes before, maximizing publicity is one of the major and important stuff that you will have to completely take care. How do you do it? Maximizing publicity depends upon the major marketing activities or marketing tools or marketing attributes that you actually put on to a customer, or that you actually put on to the concept of your business, depending upon the viability of a business. How do you deal with it? There are like a lot of marketing saying like core marketing, digital media marketing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, print media, TV media, paper media, spreading into apartments, soft marketing. There are like hundreds and thousands and millions and billions of ways to get it marketed. It depends on the product, and it depends on the customer, and depends on the publicity, and depends on the approach, and depends upon the target that you will have to sell the product according to the publicity, in which I'll be talking further with the other videos. Now, how do you find? Now, buying a product is over. Selecting a product for a business is over. Alright. Now, selecting a product for the business is done. This is the first point. Second point, after selecting a product, target, I mean to say, how do you build a strong product is over, and how do you maximize the publicity is over. Now, you have built a product, you have developed a product, and you have set of marketing tools. And now, how do you implement some of the strategies with all the present tools that I've already told to make a business successful? How do you make it? Either you'll have to make it, or things will bake you. How do you make it? Now, the process of running a business without any trial and error, in the form where the sustainability of a business with or without marketing, and which successfully runs for a very long time, is completely under one platform called, come here, I'll tell you, strategy. I mean to say, strategy. Strategy is one of the most important tool. Bible, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Quran, for any business. Strategy is nothing but a weapon. Strategy is nothing but a formula which secures your business and which runs your business with a process. How do you buy strategy? There's nothing like you can buy strategy, there's nothing like you can get strategy, or there's nothing like you can read and get the strategy, or there's nothing like you'll have to experience and then buy the strategy. Nothing as such. Strategy comes to you only when you develop it. Unless the proper strategy is being developed, there is no proper success. Business gets into fire rather than lighting a lamp. Alright? You getting my point? Developing the major strategy is one of the most important lucrative factor to run a business. Without strategy, business becomes trial and error. With strategy, business becomes cakewalk. Now, what do I actually mean by strategy? Strategy is a process orientation. Strategy is a formula application to a business which can run a business without you. Strategy is an existence of a virtual formula to run a business without you. How do you run it? Strategy is a major platform to run any successful business. So, develop a strategy. Point number one, to market. Now I'll come back to each and every stuff. How do you market it? To completely make the marketing effectively, the first thing what you want is you'll have to reach out customers. How do you reach out customers? By building strong products. How do you make them strong products? I told you already. Then the important thing is maximizing publicity. Then the important thing is developing a strategy. So putting customers first, building a strong products, maximizing publicity, and developing a strategy are the four important major factors to market your business effectively. Hope you're getting my points. Things what I've been talking is being read by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books to make you people successful in your lives with respect to business. Okay? Then I'll be coming back with thinking creatively, communicate clearly, or the other two topics in which I'll be talking. I'll be coming back as soon as possible. Take a break of 5-6 seconds and I'll be back with you all again.